Before a kingfisher can master the river, its life begins in darkness, deep inside a tunnel of earth. Hidden from sight, 4 fragile eggs wait through storm, silence, and danger beneath the watch of devoted parents. Then, in a space no wider than a hollow chamber, new life breaks through. This is the story of a common kingfisher's first days of survival, from a buried nest to its first flight over water, and the moment it must learn to hunt alone. Before there are eggs, there is a place to protect them. Along this quiet riverbank, the pair is not simply resting. They are choosing the small corner of the world where the next generation will begin. In many wild lives, partnership is brief, but here, even a single fish can mean trust, timing, and the fragile bond that holds a breeding pair together. Now the nest has changed. What was once only a hollow in the soil has become a chamber of waiting, where each white egg carries the weight of everything still to come. Parenthood quickly becomes a rhythm. One bird leaves, the other returns, and in that quiet exchange, the future is kept warm through the long hours of incubation. The storm outside does not know what lies hidden in the bank. Rain lashes the earth, thunder rolls across the river, and yet inside the tunnel, life holds on in darkness. Then, at last, the stillness breaks. A tiny fracture across one shell marks the first sign that the silence of the nest is about to end. They arrive fragile, blind, and almost weightless, 4 nestlings pressed together in a chamber that suddenly feels much smaller than before. At this stage, the parents can no longer afford delay. Every return to the nest brings another fish, another meal, another narrow step between weakness and growth. Change comes quickly in the dark. Eyes open, bodies strengthen, feathers begin to emerge where bare skin once showed every vulnerability. The nestlings are no longer hatchlings now. Packed tightly together, they are running out of space, and the world beyond the tunnel is getting closer with every passing day. For one chick, curiosity finally overcomes caution. The light at the end of the tunnel is no longer distant. It is an invitation. Soon the entrance is crowded with hungry faces. What was once a hidden nest has become a threshold, a place where dependence and independence meet for the first time. The first flight is never graceful. It is uncertain, awkward, and brief, but it changes everything. The chick is no longer only a creature of the nest. Even after leaving the tunnel, the young still rely on their parents. For a little while longer, the riverbank becomes a classroom, and every fish delivered is part of the lesson. Some lessons are not given directly. The young bird watches, and in that watchfulness it begins to understand the precision that life on the water demands. Failure comes before skill. The first strike misses, the water offers nothing, and the young kingfisher returns to its perch with more experience than food. Eventually, instinct and practice meet. One clean dive, one small fish, and suddenly the river begins to belong to the young hunter as well. In the wild, growing up also means moving on. The river that once sheltered these young birds can no longer hold them all. Now, on a stretch of water far from the nest where it began, the young kingfisher stands alone, no longer hidden, no longer waiting, but living by its own speed, its own judgment, and its own skill.